Okay, so the first thing you want to do when you get a Dana 44 high pinion casting is just to check it out, get it in some good light, look it over, make sure it's not got any cracks or doesn't appear to be, have any huge issues with it. I've really never found one that I considered not usable, but you can look it over and see a lot from just the wear and tear on it. This is a 072 casting, great big letters right here, and this is actually the bottom, it's upside down. And I like the 072 because it has no spring perches anywhere on it. If you get one of these from a leaf spring truck, it'll have a cast-in perch on one of the sides, and these just make for a cleaner layout, particularly if you're going with a 3 or 4 link rig like what this is going in. Right away I can tell immediately that this has been off-roaded. I have all these dig marks along the bottom edge here where it has been drug across rocks and such, but we'll clean this up with a grinder or hit it with a hand file and get this gasket surface nice and flat. Another thing you want to check for is make sure that none of the cover bolts are broke off or strip threads or anything. We'll run a tap through those and clean them up. The guy I got this from cut the tubes off and left me about 3/4 of an inch, which is a little on the short side, but I think we can still get her done. The first thing I do when I get them is I knock the seals out, and you can see that this one has 2 different types of seals, so clearly someone has been in here before and swapped one out, but no big deal. Knock those out, that's pretty straightforward. I also mark 2 dots here, 2 dots here, and then 1 dot and 1 dot. I mark these so that they go back into position the way they're supposed to. Of course, that's assuming the guy I got it from did that, but we'll check them regardless. Pull the caps off, and then we're going to get this thing ready to take apart. The first thing you need to do is grab a plasma cutter, and these are the factory rosette welds, and we're going to blow all those out. We're going to blow clear through this tube and melt away all of those, and there should be 2 more, and then another one on the back side. So once you blow all those out, in theory the tube is only pressed in, and that's where things get interesting. Right about that point, you got a couple choices you need to make on how to get them out of there. I don't have much to grab onto here with a vise or anything. Due to the lip that's available down here, it's very difficult to try and punch them out or grab a drift and hammer them out. So in the past, what I've done is come in here and made a cut lengthwise in 2 places about 1/2 inch apart, and then that allows you to pinch this tube in a C shape and collapse it so that it can come out a lot easier. Here's what they look like when you're done with that. As you can see, it's quite a wrestling match to get this done. Now, also sitting here as part of this same project, I got some inner C's off of a corporate 10 bolt out of a probably a mid-80s GM truck. And the only thing that's really tricky about these is you got to make sure you get the right size tubes. We're working on a 3-inch tube here. They did make both of these axles in 2.75 tubed versions, is real common, and the C's don't interchange, so depending on what you're using for your pumpkin, just make sure you get the same diameter C's. So for now, we're going to concentrate on getting this pumpkin ready, and we'll guide you through it step by step what you need to do to retube one of these.